Hi everyone. As we come to the end of the year, I want to take a couple of minutes to reflect on the year that's been and to let you know about a few changes coming in 2026. When I think back on 2025, I'm honestly just very thankful to God. It has been an encouragingly fruitful year in the life of our church. We've shared loads of precious moments of community together, and we've been blessed by the faithful service of many people. Over the last 18 months or so, around 15 people have come to faith in Christ in our midst, with quite a number of baptisms along the way. And our church has continued to grow. In 2025, the average total Sunday attendance was about 257 people, which is up again from previous years. In particular, during the second half of last year, our 9:15 a.m. service was over 150 people, about half the time. And 150 is pretty close to the maximum number of people the bowling club can comfortably handle. The 11 a.m. service has also seen strong growth. These are really wonderful answers to prayer, and we want to keep praying that God would continue to grow our church and through us reach more and more people with the gospel. It's a good problem to have, but we are at a point where we need to think about what changes might be needed to enable further healthy growth. Recently, the elders spent a day praying and planning about this. Given that the 686 Great King Street project is still several years away, we looked at a range of possible options to increase capacity and strengthen our ministries. We're especially mindful that the 9:15 a.m. service, where we run children's programs, is already quite full. And we want to make sure we're creating space where we can continue to serve families well and welcome new families. So we explored a range of possibilities, like could we find a temporary larger venue? Could we add a fourth Sunday service? Run children's programs at 11 a.m. or repeat the morning sermon in the evening? But as we worked through each of those options, they all seemed either unachievable or to come with significant downsides. So we've decided to pursue a number of refinements to our existing pattern of Sunday services, smaller changes, but taken together, we hope they'll have a genuinely positive impact. The most significant change is this. Starting on the 1st of February 2026, our 9:15 a.m. service will move to a 9 a.m. start time. We know that on a weekend morning, those 15 minutes can feel pretty precious, especially for families and for our setup and music teams who arrive earliest. But we think this change will help us in a few important ways. At the moment, the 11 a.m. service is often trying to get underway while morning tea is still buzzing. More recently, the 11 a.m. service has also begun using the space at the back of the building for seating. Moving more people out and in and resetting more chairs for the 11 a.m. service takes time. And we don't want to reduce the time we have for morning tea and conversations. So practically speaking, we need more time between the services. Alongside that earlier start time, there are a few other refinements coming next year. With that earlier start, our music and setup teams have been working on ways to shave time off the setup process. At the front, you'll notice a modest new stage, which should help visibility and also hide a lot of cabling, which can now stay in place. Gail will also be overseeing some refreshed welcoming teams, including ushers at the 9 a.m. service to help us make the best use of the seating while continuing to offer a warm and genuine welcome to everyone who walks through the door. And while the two morning services will remain largely the same, we'd love to lean into the particular opportunities each service has. Engaging and involving children more intentionally at 9 a.m. and perhaps going a bit deeper at 11 a.m. with interviews, Q&A, sermon application, and that kind of thing. Well, that all leads to a gentle request. We'd like to ask, particularly those who aren't part of a family with children, whether you might consider moving from the earlier service to the 11 a.m. service. Now, we definitely don't want everyone in that category to do this. And if it won't work for you for whatever reason, that is completely fine. But if a good handful of people were able to make that shift, it would really help both services to grow and to welcome new people. Finally, I want to take a moment to acknowledge Stuart Johnson as his retirement as an elder takes effect at the end of the year. Stu has served as an elder for the past 16 years and has done so wonderfully across a wide range of teaching and oversight roles with Grace Bible Church and Engage, with Grace Theological College, GPC NZ, our denomination, the Southern Christian Charitable Trust, and more. We're very glad that Stu and Gail aren't going anywhere, but we do want to pause and acknowledge them, celebrate Stu's service in particular, and thank God for them. Well, on behalf of the elders, have a very joyful Christmas. We are praying for nourishing rest over the summer, and we're encouraged by what God is doing among us, and we're looking forward to next year with anticipation.